Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
AGT for the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand, and I'm with the one and only James Redmond.
What's going on, lad? Just need to make sure my barnet's all looking good, you know what I mean? You want to look good for the Kop TV.
Wow, exactly that. Have a good day in London yesterday with the AFTV lads. That was fun, wasn't it?
Funny day, mate. Funny day. Some good content coming for you on the AFT YouTube channel, mate. I'll tell you that for free. That was a good day. And I think me and my man, we represented our club well for the video. So Make sure you give that a watch 100%.
Yeah, like James says, we were involved in a super fan debate yesterday with the AFTV lot. One of the questions was, who's the bigger club, Arsenal and Liverpool? And we definitely held our own. I mean, listen, we're in their territory, we're at Wembley, their stadium, you know, whatever. And I think, no, we did well. There was a lot of back and forth. But anyway, we'll let the viewers decide how we did.
Innit? I think that's the way you've got to portray it. At the end of the day, it's the people who are watching that, you know, it's the fans who have the opinion and stuff like that. We can say what we want. It's up to them whether they agree with it or not. But I think we put up a good enough point to say that Liverpool was the best club. And I don't know, I just thought, like you said, we went to their territory, so we were always going to have curves to have to come over, but I think in the mean, it was alright.
Yeah, it was alright. Listen, it is On the Radar, the daily transfer show where we round up some names that are most likely to be either leaving or joining Liverpool. A name on the radar this morning is a name I spoke about last week, but now it looks more likely that Marko Grujic, our number 16 central midfielder, looks like he's going to leave. There was talks, James, of AC Milan sticking in a bid for 17 million. I think his release clause is 16 million. Hertha Berlin didn't have the money because obviously he's been there for the last 2 years on loan. Couldn't make it permanent. I mean, I was mentioning it to you just there in the pub. We've got a lot of midfielders, and I think, is this one where we just shake hands and part ways now?
I think you've got to. I think if you look at the talks of what the financial state of the club is as well, I think you get every little penny you can get. And you know, with people like Grujic and stuff like that, at the end of the day, he's shown at Berlin and stuff that he can perform well, he can be a first team player, but at the end of the day, in this team, in this squad alone, when you look at players like Fabinho, who's not that much older than Grujic and plays a similar role, and then you've got other midfielders as well that's coming up like Curtis Jones, and on top of the class players that we have already, on top of the fact that we could be buying players like Thiago and stuff, I just think there's no need to keep him there. He's done all right. He was exciting at one moment. He done well on his loan spells, but as a Liverpool player, he just didn't offer that much. So I think it's just more important to get what you can for him right now.
It's actually very rare that a player's highlight reel for Liverpool is a pre-season game. And I actually can't remember him doing much I mean, listen, he hasn't had many chances, but I can't remember him doing much in the league when he played in the Champions League. He actually scored a header against Barcelona in summer 2016 when we signed him. We beat them 4-0 pre-season. And when he heads that in, you're thinking, wow, okay. You know, but it just, for one reason or another, it was at Wembley. Yeah.
At that game, I was thinking...
The other 4-0.
Has he scored? Yeah, the other 4-0.
I mean, we beat Barca 4-0 a couple of times, actually. No, but, yeah, it's just one of them, I think, where he was maybe brought in at the wrong time.
That's what it was, because when you bring in a young player like that, the thing is, it's all right to do the little 7s out of 10s performances, but you look at players like James Milner, it's more them type of performance more suited for him, someone who's established and stuff. Whereas when you get a young player like that, you do want to see, like the debut or one of his first games against Barcelona. That's one thing that gets us like, oh, all right, that he's offering a bit of something, but just since he hasn't been able to maintain that and maintain the excitement from the fans, and I think that's the only problem.
Yeah, they're looking at 16, 17 million. And if you believe what you read about Liverpool not having the funds for Thiago, if you do believe that, then this is maybe a half of the transfer fee covered if we get rid of Grujic.
100%. Well, I don't think... Listen, when I say Liverpool's financial state, I do think we have got money there. I think it'd be... It'd be ridiculous if we don't. We've been in much worse positions before and had peace. So, do you know what I mean, lads? It's just like we can't have no doubt at the moment. But I think just... There's obviously something going on there, and it's not like Grujic is a necessity. And also for him, if you talk about both parties, 16, 17 million for him, that's a profit for us. It's a good amount of money. He's going to a good club in AC Milan. That's a good, exciting stage for his career. I think for both parties that just works well. I think it's best for everyone.
Yeah, like we mentioned there before, this season in terms of midfielders, at the minute, Ox is there, he's injured at the minute. Wijnaldum, Milner, Henderson, Fabinho, Keita, Curtis Jones. I mean, that's 7 before we've even brought Thiago in, and that's not even including Grujic. So I think that midfield berth, knowing that we only play 3 in midfield now, in the centrally, I just don't think there's any space for him. Having said that, he has played against Stuttgart, he played against RB Salzburg the other night. So I think he realises as well that this pre-season is a bit of a window for him to kind of confirm that move to AC Milan. I mean, Hertha Berlin were looking at him as well, a couple of Premier League teams too. But I think, like you said, AC Milan's a good one for him if he does end up there.
Well, he'll get first team football. AC Milan, they've got that will be the type of player that he needs, just options for the midfield. We don't need options for our midfield, and that is all Grujic will be. The only reason we should keep Grujic if he's to come into the first team, that's not going to happen, let's be honest. At least not for a long time, and it's not like we have time to even see if he can, because we want to keep winning trophies. So I think, like I said before, best for all parties if he goes, and a good signing for AC Milan as well.
Absolutely. Well, listen, that was On The Radar. Let us know what you think in the comments. Please like the video, comment as well, and subscribe if you haven't already to the Kop TV. And we'll see you tomorrow with James Redmond again for yet another On The Radar. Take care.